position, and then...
Hey, how's it going, Game Nation? I'm the #1 gamer. Today we're gonna be playing. Yesterday's Super Bowl was the New England Patriots versus the Los Angeles Rams. So I'm gonna be playing. I'm not doing a Super Bowl thing, but I'm gonna be playing against those two teams. The uniforms that they're wearing, they weren't the same color. You can go back and search up yesterday's Super Bowl, but we're just gonna be playing against the teams that played yesterday. If you didn't watch Super Bowl, I'm telling you, go watch, because I'm not going to spoil anything. That's a lot of yardage. That's a lot of yardage. I told you Patriots are good.
So here come the Patriots now on offense.
I went for a run. There's Brady.
Now 40 years of age in his 18th year out of Michigan, the great Tom Brady.
And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Brady. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
We're getting there.
Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. Able to spin free. Oh, it spins again.
That was cool.
There to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires...
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Wow, intercepted.
Off at the 25. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
All right, partner, the risk of piling on. Whenever Jared Goff fumbles the football, the first thing people are going to flash back on is leading up to the draft, the size of his hands. They were right on the borderline about what teams want in the size for a quarterback.
Well, you were knee-deep in all of that draft stuff when he was going through it. That was much talked about, you said.
It certainly was. I didn't think it was as big a deal as people made it out to be. To me, it's much more of a concentration thing, making sure that you're aware of it, take care of the ball a little bit better. I don't care what the size of your hands are. A lot of guys could use some work on covering the football, not let the defense get to it.
Now Brady.
Oh, that was touchdown.
Chris Hogan from 19 yards away. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
booth
And
review.
a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better, that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs, but also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how the game went yesterday. This is not exact scoring. This is not how the score went yesterday. But just go watch. If you didn't watch it, go watch yesterday's game. Don't forget to pick the game for Friday in the comments.
And this will be a touchback as that
It won't be
sails
Madden
over the
because we
end
played
line.
too much Madden.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. Well, the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
It was
that
caught.
worked. But you have to be prepared
Injury.
for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Going underneath for Lewis. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
And he is leveled. Knocked down hard around the 37.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Brady. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Brady connecting with Cooks for the Patriot first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Brady now on first down.
Give it to him.
No. Intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Throwing on third. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses,
understanding
the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great one.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Dumps it off to Lewis. And now running right through him. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Patriots are good.
A couple of big plays in succession.
I went for the Los Angeles Rams yesterday.
So
the Patriots were doing
NFL
good.
Described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The final shot before half for Brady. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action.
I don't know, it's halftime.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now on second down, this is Gurley.
He shouldn't have gone that far.
Across the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to
keep
get it
away
done.
again. Did that keep away again.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field,
wow.
Down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right
They
there.
want to do the keep away game, I'll do it right back.
Passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really...
Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember.
And that's truly the way to change field position, isn't it? Block the punt and then take over inside the 5-yard line. What a tremendous job by them. You change momentum, you change field position, and give yourself a chance to score.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Oh.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard
They gotta
loss
do
on the
kick.
play.
They missed
and
this.
That will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Back back now in Foxborough. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods from 4 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Brady now to throw. And it's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not
almost
that big of a deal
interception.
to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed
Okay, you're not getting the ball anymore.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep down.
Hey, you're done.
And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I think it may be
Time
tied.
for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to. Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Shifts by him. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And his throw here's incomplete.
We got to make a touchdown, Gaming Nation. Got to make a touchdown.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. Third down here. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Brady. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete.
Okay.
Couple extra defensive backs out there.
We're almost there. Yeah, we're going to run it.
Not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Forget it. I'm not going to criticize the play call. I'm just going to praise the defense. That was a spot where they could have very easily just folded up and said, they got us on the run. We're going to give up a touchdown here. No. They've stiffened, bowed up on that one, handled their keys and everything else. And now the field goal is no longer a gimme. And we've seen, remember Blair Walsh with the Vikings in the playoffs against Seattle? That was a gimme, wasn't it? And he ended up missing it. In this case now, they have some thinking to do.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
We won. I know it's full screen. We won, Gaming Nation.
Here for Goff. Now a desperation. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And that's how this one ends. In dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home, as we say so.